told him you don't need that kind of burden, but I told.
The beat done broke my nigga heart, cuz.
Why are you hating? I hit 2 million views on my basement. June told me, bro, let's go out on vacation. I'm still on probation, big bro, I can't make it.
Finally, K-So has come back with another reaction, and I just beat sickness, and I'm here to react. I am back, the people's champ. Today, we are reacting to How I Met My Ex by Dave. Y'all have been telling me since the beginning of me reacting to Dave that this is one of those records I need to get on. And you know, I'm a man of the people, not above but equal. If you want it, I got it. You feel me? I'm like a YouTube plug. And if you're not commenting what you want me to react to next, you just ain't living. Boom, my Patreon has just launched. Y'all want to support the Dipper, go there. We gonna have the most exclusive content. This stuff YouTube don't want you to see is there on the Patreon. You want to support the Dipper, you want to keep this train, keep it chugging, go join the Patreon. It's in that pinned comment. Like I said, I'm done talking. But before break it down, hit that thumbs up button if you're new to the channel. Hey, how are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, because if you don't subscribe, your granny is a dirty, stinking little bitch. We popping off. Artwork crazy too. The artwork is just so amazing. Like, just like, you know, that panther, but different figures are distorted between what is a panther and what's Dave. You see Dave's eye, you see the panther's eye. It's just like a crazy thing. But to the beat selection, you know, being that I've heard a few more Dave songs, when you hear somebody on live instrumentation as a rapper, that is usually, to me, I'm a sucker for it. I love it because true lyricists get on that. You can't get on these super real, because a piano is such a strong instrument in invoking emotion. You can't get on that and come out here, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. You can't do that. You need a lot of synth, a lot of synthetic noises. So when you got a nigga coming straight off the piano and knowing Dave can actually play, it just, you give him points for that. You got to. Let that beat build, right? What Jay said, let that bitch breathe.
Like, I met my girl when I was 18 years old, and she was just turning 23. I really love her from my heart. And even though I don't deserve it, fam, I hope she loves me. So I just done this private show, I'm doing Foot Locker promo. And judging from the postcode, it was Shoreditch or Soho. Did 6 or 7 tracks, made 6 or 7 racks. A couple days later on Twitter, I saw this photo of myself and I was grinning. That 4K camera quality, it got me tripping. So I...
Oh, Lord, is this... When we speak to great storytelling records, did Dave get into his storytelling bag? And not only it's the picture so vivid. Like, it is like, bro, this nigga's Picasso with this shit. You know what I'm saying? You right there, you're seeing everything. He's 18. He's just starting to pop in music. He meets his 23-year-old. And I'm beyond, nigga, when I was 18, I remember I was 16. I hit off a left 40-year-old nigga. I was telling the whole hood, yo, okay, the Dipper just, you know what I'm saying? I was in that motherfucker trying to get her for 1K, you feel me? But the storytelling, man, and I was hitting that little old bitch off. I ain't gonna tell her. Come on, man, let's get back to the reaction. Y'all got me all just reminiscing on the hood. How you tell my nigga? Hey, you know she was old than a bitch, cuz I had to come in there. Hey, you want some tapioca? You want your walker? You know what I'm saying? Hey, she get the walker, she get a little freaky. Y'all get the whole room smelling like Bengay and shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Did 6 or 7 tracks, made 6 or 7 racks.
Oof.
A couple days later on Twitter, I saw this photo of myself and I was grinning. That 4K camera quality, it got me tripping. So,
and I love that 6 or 7 racks, made 6 or 7 tracks and made 6 or 7 racks. It's a repetition, and you know, with rhyme patterns, it's repetition, but that 6 or 7, you go in there twice, and it's such a beautiful thing to do because you're not rhyming 6 or 7, you're rhyming racks and tracks, but there's a little repetition in there, so 6 or 7 tracks and 6 or 7 racks. It's just a dope little rhyme scheme.
I'm checking out who did it when I stumbled on this girl, and I could tell that she was different. A couple hours later, now I'm liking all her pictures. I ain't finished. I typed her Twitter name into my Insta so I could check on every single little digit. Why didn't I just message her? Trust me, I was thinking, but I'm a self-centered rapper, too concerned about my image, the truth. So when she hit me first, I'm pretty shocked I didn't burst.
And when we speak to how great the storytelling, Jamal wanted some of this. The storytelling is so fire because he's not only speaking in what's happening, but he's covering the nuances, the little nuances. And when we go into storytelling beyond just music, you're making a dope movie. I don't want to just see the my protagonist go somewhere and then leave somewhere. I want to see how he is affected as a person through these things. I want to see how his back character, because Dave is one of them artists that's so real. He isn't afraid to speak to his own weaknesses or faults. He will tell you, yeah, I'm a rapper and I have that ego, and yeah, real nigga shit. Like, I definitely be in there like, hold on, baby, I'm a little too popping for you for all this little Instagram posts and all that shit. You ain't never really gonna see me like that. Maybe I will. One day I'll find love. Let's talk about it. No, not really. I'm cool.
Digit. Why didn't I just message her? Trust me, I was thinking, but I'm a self-centered rapper, too concerned about my image, the truth. So when she hit me first, I'm pretty shocked I didn't burst. I'm calling Josh, Jack, and Just. Who am I ringing first? Man, I was so excited that I replied a minute later. That's that bro. I think that you just let her know excited. Too excited, no clue on what I should do excited. So I'm just typing, rambling like a fool excited.
And he did that same rhyme scheme on the end, the build to it. And I love how what Dave is doing right here is, because the storytelling is so good, he's really giving you that perspective of that 18-year-old. Like, if right now you can't even say, oh, that's immature. We don't kiss and tell. We don't go, nigga, on my hood, when we was 18, nigga, when we was 16, 17, I'm 24. I don't really do that no more, but I'm 16, 15. Nigga, I'm coming in that bit right after I cracked the hose to tell my homies. That's just how we came. That's just how we came up. That was, if you ain't had a video, it never happened. That kind of energy. So as an 18-year-old, I love that he's giving me that perspective of an 18-year-old. And at times, he will go back and speak to the immaturities or the flaws in his thinking, but he's still giving us a raw perspective of what an 18-year-old. This nigga Dave needs to write movies.
Look, and we were talking for hours over some minor things, ignoring everyone else to her and replying quick. This type of chick, she got a spark like you were lighting spliffs. You know you like her when you're thinking about your words. She got me typing, deleting my messages, then rewriting, in the hope that there's a smile when she's replying. The highlight of my day, and phone calls in the night, it's the little things. The girl, she had a vibe, and I liked it, and she's into photography, she's got a passion for it. And she respects that I'm rapping, but she ain't catting for it. See, that's the perfect balance. There's nothing better than a girl with talent, drive, ambition, all of them things above, she's showing in abundance. I ain't even met her yet. She works around the corner, but lives just outside of London. I ain't fronting, I'm a sweet boy. Intentions are in question, so my compliments are decoys, if that even makes sense. The first time I met her, I'm surrounded by my...
So my compliments are decoys. Does that even make sense? Oh my God. Oh my, just catch the ball, hold on.
Liked it, and she's into photography, she's got a passion for it. And she respects that I'm rapping, but she ain't catting for it. See, that's the perfect balance. There's nothing better than a girl with talent, drive, ambition, all of them things above, she's showing in abundance. I ain't even met her yet. She works around the corner, but lives just outside of London. I ain't fronting, I'm a sweet boy. Intentions are in question, so my compliments are decoys, if that even makes sense.
I'm a sweet boy, but my intentions are in... Oh my God, this nigga, hold on. Jamal, we going under, cause this nigga going... Oh my God. Bro, I'm a sweet boy, but my intentions... And do you notice how he's playing with rhyme schemes and not... I love when a rapper doesn't just emphasize end rhyme, and throughout it, you're giving me bars, you're giving me shit that's going on, but I'm a sweet boy. But my intentions were in question. You see how he played? Now that intention, the questions are the rhyme. But he comes back, so my compliments are a decoy, back to that original end rhyme. But what he's saying is like, she thinks I'm probably just here for the pussy, so I'm trying to throw her off a little bit by showing her that I'm a nice person. And it's not necessarily just throwing her off, but it's throwing her off what she believes, because he has already acknowledged that I'm a nice guy. Dave, give it to him. Get to that little bitch, man. I'm tired of these hoes. Hoes always think you just want the pussy. And 99.9% of the time, you right. But that 0.01% of the time, you gonna look like boo-boo the fool. I'll be the fool all the other times. But come on, hood. You know, sometimes I just like your energy.
Boy, intentions are in question, so my compliments are decoys, if that even makes sense.
Yeah.
The first time I met her, I'm surrounded by my friends, random ends on some staircase. So much for a first date. I just had a show, and I asked if she could meet me after. Maybe we could chill, you never know where things could go. No problem, she down to roll. Traveled in a cold sore when I crossed the road. Grey hoodie under a coat, if I'm remembering correctly. It's always kind of weird when a person that you were texting's a person that you're obsessed with. I was on her from the jump. I think she was wearing pumps or Vans when I first met her. No, it's either one. She was looking so attractive. I barely saw skin because she was covered like a mattress. Man, I think that she's the one. I was stuck for 20 seconds trying to give the girl a hug. And all my friends are drunk, so fuck it, I'm about to kiss her. Any complications, I'm blaming it on the liquor. Changing my name on Twitter and blocking her on my Insta. I saw her skin blushed.
Oh my God. The true ghetto love story is one of the most beautiful ones, but it is never really conveyed well. But I feel Dave. I had this little bitch, right after high school. This little bitch, she was in she went to Iowa West, so she from out of state, right? But at the time, you know, I'm a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm a street nigga, straight in the trap, still smelling all on my clothes. You hear me? So at time, when I'm talking to her, I'm not telling people, hey, I'll be in the trap. Like, that's not my pop off with a hoe. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, you know, connect on you on a regular level. Even now, I don't speak too much to my profession. I don't meet you and get, hey, I'm a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? I just sort of, I don't know. I feel like that's a little corny on the hood. So I remember her coming and catching me off guard because she came to the city. And it wasn't the first time we met, but she came to the city and I was with bro and them in the spot, and it was a very similar situation. We was fucked up. There was pistols everywhere. There was drugs everywhere. It was just, and I remember having to, like, seeing that look on her of, like, fear and confusion. But it's like shit worked out, and then it didn't work out. But that wasn't the hindrance. But those kind of stories you don't see. Those kind of stories don't get articulated. And I love how Dave, if you is making a love song, Dave didn't go for the generic, I just love, we met each other and then your mom didn't, the Cinderella, or the Romeo and Juliet tale that is pretty much spun in every love story. It's aspects of that and everything. This is a very different dynamic. And I guess you could even go to the Romeo and Juliet tale, because that is actually the basis of all love stories in modern writing. That is actually the greatness of that story. But instead of the parents, I guess now what Dave is doing, which is a very dope thing, is the world is the parents. And because they come from conflicting worlds, or a world that she might not be used to, or a world that just might not seem normal to her, that is now becoming the dividing factor in their love. And it's that meeting of the worlds. It's just, this is such a great story being crafted.
Changing my name on Twitter and blocking her on my Insta. I saw her skin blush the moment that our lips touched. She pulled my bottom lip until it stretched, kissed me on my cheek until she reached around my neck, and had me moaning like a bitch. Even though I'm wearing jeans, I had to rearrange my dick so she don't see that I'm a wreck. It's the first time we met, got me feeling like a creep, and that strawberry flavor gave her tongue a kind of sweet little taste that we could speak about anything. We were friends first.
And like, bro, when you start going into storytelling and you're giving me aspects of like, bro, could you not just, on some freaky shit, let's be real, hood, on some freaky shit, you could picture what was going on right there. They was making out, she bit the lip. I'm not a big, that shit be pissing me off a little bit. And then, you know, you got to do the lip, you know what I'm saying, the lip, what's his name, Blueface, you know what I'm saying, you got to readjust your lip garments on the, okay, but he's getting in such a descriptive bag, and this speaks to the beauty of what music can be, because without this having a video, I am still completely immersed in the story. I am still visualizing everything that is going on in this video, which I feel like we all should be, because this is the greatest. This is the greatest form of description. It's just like with storytelling. When you remember, you come from that cloth, and Dave is an OG in a young man's body. You come from that cloth where your big homies or your uncles or the old heads at the barbershop or whatever are telling stories, and us young bulls, we just sitting back and we listening. But these stories are so vivid, are so depictive. There's some of the greatest storytellers come from these areas that you never heard storytelling in. And that not that you have never heard storytelling in, but that you never get that light shined on. There's not, I mean, most hood stories are going to be portrayed in, I'm not a fan of Medea movies because it doesn't have the same love given to the film that a Dark Knight would have. You know what I'm saying? But some of the greatest storytellers I've ever met in my life are the OGs, or my old school. That's where I get my storytelling from, is my OGs. I be watching them, and I be like, yo, their stories be so good, you could just sit back and hear it and feel it. That's why it's like Dave so embodies this culture because he speaks, and it's in the nuances. I don't even know if he's doing it on purpose, but it's just in the nuances. He speaks in a way where we can feel it, where we've been there, where we know a nigga like this, where we do, and he's just masterful at this. This is the first storytelling record I've gotten where it is 100% committed to storytelling, but it's damn near perfect because I'm not going to necessarily judge the storytelling based primarily off of the story. I'm going to judge the storytelling by how well you are conveying the story. And he is doing a masterful job.
It's the first time we met, got me feeling like a creep. And that strawberry flavor gave
even the little laugh in his voice while he's saying it, it just adds a little more reverence, a little more nuance to what he's doing. Cuz need to be a pastor.
Kind of sweet little taste that we could speak about anything. We were friends first. I dropped her to the station, I remember, because we had a conversation for ages about our dreams and the things that we hadn't seen and all that we had intended to do. I bet she's hoping my intentions are true. And as months went by, we both got into it and intimate. And I'ma spare you the details because both of our parents are probably listening, but really we were into it, into us, into this, into everything about each other. We were lovers, and I love her because she knows me, and that's probably why she told me you ain't ready for a girl. You're still a little kid that's getting ready for the world, and you don't need that kind of burden. But I told
the beat done broke my nigga heart, cuz. And that's real. Sometimes with those of us who have been in them trenches, a girl the last thing you want because it comes with a lot. And as much as I do speak to the positives, you know, of our communities, there is a lot of negatives. And I think that this isn't just necessarily for our communities, but I will use this as a point for that I can speak to, is a lot of things we are not adjusted to socially. We can thrive if you're really from that, because we learn how to deal in situations with murderers, killers, drug dealers, insane niggas, we squares, police, undercover. We learn how to deal with all of those. So we learn how to move. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to move in the world of snakes. But little things like, because we've spent so much time building these walls and barriers up, when we embark into the world, some of the things that someone who wasn't built in those, or wasn't raised in those circumstances, might not have to deal with. Like, yes, I can just ideally love somebody, but you have to realize, like, for a nigga like me, I was raised on what's love got to do with it. That I was raised on hip hop. So fundamentally, some of my ideas of what a relationship are go against what would lead to a productive relationship. We come from bitches and hoes. Let's talk about it. We come from bitches and hoes. And if you can't admit that, I'm sorry, you just not honest with yourself. That's where we come from. P's up, hoes down. That's what we come from. Don't forget that. So I love that. I love that Dave doesn't paint himself in a superhero light. He paints himself in a very real person. And because of that, I'm in this bitch like, I definitely would, when I've been in situations with older bitches who got their shit together and shit, and it's not just the fun and the good dick and the partying that I'm providing. The bitch, I in the past, I have not been able to provide on an emotional level for women the way that a woman might need. And I love that this nigga is just being so real with it. But I do be coming with that good dick. You heard me? I ain't gonna fuck what you talking about.
Yo, you're still a little kid that's getting ready for the world, and you don't need that kind of burden. But I told her that I want it, and I'm just being honest. Yes, I know that girls exist, but I don't see them as a problem. I meant every single word, and I ain't gonna lie and say DMs have been absurd. But out of every single girl, this is the weirdest of positions. It's usually the girl that's asking where I see her fitting or a place in her position. But I'm telling her I need it, and I don't think she sees it. So I'm being even sweeter when we're speaking and we're meeting. I've got affectionate messages, you can read them. You gotta tell a girl that she's beautiful till she sees it.
Oh, come on, man. And you do gotta, sometimes you gotta validate your queen. You gotta tell your little bitch she beautiful till she believes it. It's not only that he's storytelling. It's not only that he's rapping well. The nigga is also dropping jewels. And that is what I speak to about them OGs. Dave is an OG in a young man's body. He's giving you jewels while he's doing what he's doing. It's just like, I know he got that record with Drake, but I wish Dave had his fair just due in America. Because on a video I put that this man's underrated, and some of y'all must have been a nigga from the UK or a nigga who listens to Dave was like, he's not underrated, but he's 100% underrated. Because what does underrated mean? He is not rated in the world of high MCs. When we talk about top 10 rappers out at this very moment in the world of hip hop, we're not talking about Dave, and that's why I say he's underrated, because he does deserve to be in those conversations based off of his rapping abilities, storytelling. This man has hit on so many different pockets in so many different songs that I've heard. None of it is like the same. It's all a different thing, and you're just getting a glimpse into it's a diary of a madman. You know what I'm saying? You're getting a glimpse into this nigga's brain.
Understands it more than physically, mentally, in the way that I'm feeling. I could talk for 10 years about the moments that we shared, the jokes that we had run in, the places that we've been, the music we made together, producing next to my bed, then making my minor changes in reference to what she said. I think I started getting tired. My schedule's a mess. Replies are getting lazy, and my lady knows it's crazy, but she's there if I'm in need. While I'm at shows getting tempted by girls that are on their knees. You know I'm only a teen. It's like my eyes started drifting. Not as easy as I pictured.
He was cheating on the bitch. On my hood, I've been there too. I feel you, little nigga. I feel you, Dave. Gonna be like that. I'm on my first show. I had me a little John at the crib, but my first show, they were trying to eat a little something. So I fed that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Chef, welcome to Queso's Kitchen. We had a bitch enough dick for you. Dick for you. Dick for you. It was like a motherfucker, like when they get turkeys out in the hood. Dick for you. Dick for you. I was getting everybody, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of hoes. But I feel you. It's a lot of temptation. Can't be doing that, guys.
And knees, you know I'm only a teen. It's like my eyes started drifting. Not as easy as I pictured to give your all to a woman, ignoring all this attention that's been getting to my head. The sex is so accessible, one message or text and girls will get in your bed. She's trying to make it happen with photos at her events. I mentioned it's a passion, photography is her thing, and I don't know if it's the pressure where paper meets the passion and the pleasure. We all gotta work to survive, so now she's popping up at shows, taking pictures on her own. And at first it wasn't cool, but fuck it, we'll let it go. Until I saw her in some rapper's tracksuit, I felt away. She told me it was work and she was in some studio taking pictures, and I just sighed. Some halfway wannabe rappers had fed her lies. Ain't looking for no picture. I know it's your profession, but read their intentions. They ain't paying male photographers to shoot that same session.
Oh, man! Oh, the this nigga heating up! This nigga's heating up! Yo, and that be so real, bro. I be, you know, I start talking to you little hoes, they be like, oh yeah, he's a rapper too. He was in your studio and shit like that. I be like, listen, baby, there's a big difference between me and any nigga in my city on my hood, nigga. If you know where I live, you know I'm not capping. These niggas ain't full time. These niggas ain't content creators. These niggas be doing that little karaoke, little joints like that. They ain't me. They ain't doing that. As humbly as I can say it, but as unhumbly as I mean it. You heard me? So I feel you. Because on the hood, niggas are mine. If you're a rapper and you never ever, hey, bitch, you want to come to the studio and vibe? If you never got that one off, if you never, hey, you think you could sing the hood? If you never got that one off, wasn't doing it right. I'm just trying to be real with you. So I feel Dave. Dave, no, he like, shit, I did that same trick on these hoes. Oh, mama, I did that. What you mean vibe? Bitch, get your ass home. You know what I'm saying? I'll feel you, Dave.
Profession, but read their intentions. They ain't paying male photographers to shoot that same session. And I felt so disrespectful, standing on her dreams and crushing them. I just told her it's nothing, do what you need to do. If I ain't feeding you, then my opinion's all I'm giving when I speak to you, cause I don't have the right. Why should girls be punished for a male's dirty mind? When I think about it now, I'm ashamed to the core. I mean, how many men stop their women from achieving what they can because in secret they've been feeling insecure and I can't handle my emotions. It's probably why I didn't see her talent when I should have been supporting and promoting. Like I didn't have a platform, a voice and a following. With everyone I knew, I really could have done a lot of things to help chase her dream, but instead of me to grow into the person that she needs, I acted like I couldn't see. And I don't mean to say this like I don't trust the girl, but how can I trust her if I don't trust myself? And even girls can get tempted, you know how it goes. What if she meets a bigger rapper when she's at a show?
Yeah.
What if he sees her backstage? What if he's selling lots? What if he's got a bigger car, got a better watch?
And that's so real. He's speaking to the insecurities of a man, and that'd be so real. It's you know, how you get them is how you lose them. That's what the OGs always told me. And he's speaking to the insecurities that we harbor, but we harbor. You know what I'm saying? I got big chains and my car cool and shit like that. My shit, I open the door, let Captain America logo come out on the ground on the you ain't gonna believe me. I might have to show you niggas. It just pop out right there. I'll be, oh yeah, that's me. But I feel that one time and there ain't no Rolls Royce. A nigga pop up in a Rolls Royce, but it's so real, and they speaking to, like, in a way, I was stifling her career. If her career was that she wanted to be a photographer, how dare I be the person who doesn't allow her to go take pictures because I have a skewed mind of what a man and a woman will do. A lot of our insecurities come from things that us, you know what I'm saying? I know if a nigga tell a bitch I'm going to come to the studio and vibe, I know what I would be thinking in that situation, and sometimes I put that off on her. The introspectiveness of Dave, and like I said, he's not attempting to be a superhero. He's just trying to be a Dave. He's just trying to be Dave, and even with his name being just his first name and shit like that, just shows like he's just the common man. I love a record like this. I really do. I love how real it is, and nigga, I can feel this shit on the
backstage. What if he's selling lots? What if he's got a bigger car, got a better watch? That doesn't bother me, she really ain't material. It's all the little things they do that put the fear in you.
Yeah.
What if he actually replies? What if he phones her too? What if he's doing all the things that I'm supposed to do? What if he's listening, laughing, relating? What if he even cares to ask her how her day's been? What if he's trying to give her everything she needs and expects from the one damn person that she's dating?
Fuck that, Dave. If you need me, I'll pull up on that nigga. I don't give a fuck how nice his watch is. Fuck that, cause that's dirty, bro. What you gonna be doing texting her, asking how her day been? Unless you really give a fuck, then I'm just a piece of shit. But if not, I feel you, Dave. Fuck what this bitch talking about.
I should have helped her follow a dream, but instead I held her back and had her following me. And boys got a brave face, so they'll never know that it hurts just as much when you let them go.
Who hurt my nigga Dave, man? I hope she took him back, bro. I hope she took him back. Yo, that was a certified vibe check. It was such a different record and such a great record. I want more songs showing more of what Dave is. You know what I'm saying? I still have a few in the tuck, but drop in them comments right now what you want me to react to. I'm gonna be going off this video, the next couple of reactions. This nigga is just a once in a lifetime type of talent, and like genuinely, bro, this nigga's 5 for 5 on straight smash bangers. I damn near want y'all to drop a song I won't like. Oh the God, if you can find one, drop it. Like, it's just his reverence. You can just feel his soul when he raps, and that's what it's all about. Now here comes a music video by me right here. Bing! Reaction by me right here. Bing! Click on it, show me some love. And my Patreon is right here now. It's like in the square. Click on it and join the fucking Patreon. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't liked this video this long, you a hoe. So hit that thumbs up button. Stop being a hoe. KBD family, I love y'all. Salute. I'm out.